On a cold November night in Tokyo, as the neon city hummed with electric life, a strange rumor began spreading through the underground corners of the internet. A rumor claiming that this year's Miss International 2025 wasn't just a beauty pageant, but a grand facade hiding a chilling secret. A secret tied to the very origins of the pageant itself, dating back to 1960 when it was first established in the United States and later guarded by the International Cultural Association in Tokyo. Somewhere between the glimmering stage lights and a perfectly choreographed smiles, something dark was being concealed, something that many believed the world should never know. Before we dive into this mysterious investigation, this is Mr. Darkman TV, and I am your host Zainab Sabir. If you want more truth-seeking stories, more global mysteries, and more hidden realities the mainstream media won't talk about, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Now, take a deep breath, because tonight's story may forever change how you view beauty pageants. It was officially announced by the International Cultural Association, headquartered in Chuoku, Tokyo, under President Akemi Shimomura, that the 63rd Miss International Beauty Pageant 2025 would be held on Thursday, 27th November 2025, at the massive Yoyogi National Gymnasium's second stadium. A huge global event with nearly 80 ambassadors of beauty and peace gathering from every corner of the world. On the surface, everything appeared perfect: elegance, diplomacy, cultural exchange, and the noble mission of promoting world peace, gender equality, education, climate action, and global understanding. Japan's media reported it with pride. International media highlighted the pageant's return, its history, its values. Nothing seemed strange, until whispers surfaced that behind the glossy perfection, something was terribly wrong. This year, the contestants were not only set to perform, participate in cultural tours, and attend diplomatic events across Japan, but they were also unknowingly stepping into a storm of unanswered questions. Questions tied to the organization's early history when it was founded in 1969 as part of Japan's cultural diplomacy strategy, created to build friendship and goodwill through art, culture, and soft power. But rarely does anyone ask, what kind of influence becomes possible when 80 of the world's brightest, most influential women gather under one roof? Who benefits from the messages these ambassadors of peace are trained to deliver? And what happens when someone threatens to expose the truth? In the weeks leading up to the event, Tokyo's media was excited, especially after the Japanese representative Ai Nojiki was chosen as Japan's face for Miss International 2025. Her interviews were flawless, her smile unwavering, but insiders whispered that several contestants had been replaced last minute, some for unknown reasons. Tunisia's representative changed 3 times. Hong Kong's candidate mysteriously relinquished her title. Kyrgyzstan's delegate withdrew unexpectedly. Germany's contestant backed out without explanation. The official reasons? Personal issues. The unofficial whispers? Something happened during rehearsals. But every time someone tried to dig deeper, the story disappeared. That's when Mr. Darkman TV received an anonymous message. You need to look into the rehearsals at Yoyogi Gymnasium. They're hiding something. Start with the cameras. But there were hundreds of cameras, live broadcast cameras, security cameras, backstage monitors. Which one? Why? And what did someone not want the world to see? Meanwhile, one contestant became central to this investigation. Myrna Esgura, representing the Philippines. She left Manila with pride, waving the Philippine flag, her supporters cheering under the rain. She said, "Today is the beginning of a beautiful journey," unaware that her journey would become entangled with a secret far beyond her imagination. After a year of preparation, training, advocacy work, and cultural immersion, she arrived in Japan ready to shine. But soon after landing, Myrna's social media updates slowed down. Her energy changed. Observers noticed she seemed distracted, not scared, not tired, but watchful, as if she had seen something she shouldn't have. During a closed rehearsal on 15th November, only staff and contestants were allowed inside. All footage from that rehearsal, usually released to national media, was suddenly withheld. Japanese journalists were told the footage, did not meet broadcast standards. But according to the anonymous source, someone in that rehearsal fainted, someone screamed, and the cameras caught everything. When investigators, privately hired by a foreign media agency, claimed they had recovered parts of the footage, the pageant's organizers immediately released a new, tightly scripted statement about dignity, ambassadors of peace, and the spirit of global unity. A distraction? Or a warning? Sources claim the footage showed a blackout during the cultural presentation rehearsal. Lights flickered, sound systems glitched, and contestants felt a sudden, overwhelming pressure in the room, as if the entire stadium resonated with a deep vibration. Some said it felt like an earthquake. Others insisted it felt like something watching them. In the darkness, silhouettes moved across the stage, not human silhouettes. Long, distorted, impossible figures crawling across the back wall. Some contestants screamed. Others ran. A handful froze. When the lights returned, nothing was there. Staff dismissed it as a technical malfunction. But one contestant insisted she saw eyes in the dark, hundreds of glowing eyes. Soon after, she withdrew from the competition and was flown out of Japan within 24 hours. As the pageant approached, major international media outlets like GMA, ABS-CBN, and Xinhua continued cheerful coverage, celebrating culture, fashion, diplomacy, and global unity. But backstage, contestants were instructed not to speak about the blackout or the rehearsals. Some were even asked to sign non-disclosure agreements. Why? What exactly did the organizers fear would leak? And why did the Japanese press remain strangely silent about the incident? When asked about the blackout, one technician, now dismissed, revealed something unsettling. It wasn't a malfunction. The power source didn't fail. Something drained the electricity. Something inside the building. And when asked if he believed that something was human, he simply shook his head and said, "No." On 27th November, as the stadium lights shine brilliantly and Andrea Rubio and Tomomi Ogda host the glamorous night, the world will see beauty, elegance, intelligence, diplomacy. But behind the stage, 10 security guards watch the darkness. Technicians whisper nervously. Staff members avoid certain hallways. And contestants who witness the rehearsals stick close together, avoiding shadowed corners. The world will watch the crowning moment. The world will celebrate a new Miss International. But what the world won't know is what was whispered in dressing rooms, what was seen in the dark, what the cameras recorded but the public will never view. The question remains, is there something inside Yoyogi National Gymnasium? Something older than the pageant's 63-year history? Something that awakens when the world gathers under one roof? And why, after all these decades, is it still here? This was the chilling truth behind the glamorous facade of Miss International 2025. Whether you believe in coincidences, technical malfunctions, or something far more ancient, one thing is certain. Not every mystery wants to stay hidden. And some stages are built over stories much older and much darker than the spotlight reveals. If you want more investigations like this, more hidden realities, and more mysteries the world refuses to talk about, subscribe to Mr. Darkman TV, like this video, and share it with someone who loves uncovering the truth. This is Zainab Sabir, signing off. Stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, every light casts a shadow,